What's up, ladies? All right. I love all the questions that you guys are bringing in. It's amazing. There's actually over 80 comments on that post already. So I'm literally just going to go by live video after live video and just go down each comment to start solving some problems for you ladies. Okay. So any questions that come from the response, drop them below. I'm here to help. Okay. Anything and everything, drop them below. There are no stupid questions. We are all here to learn, and we all start somewhere. Okay, so this question came in from a Miss Christy Rafferty. And she said, I'm hitting my macros. I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm lifting and conditioning 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm not losing. I'm more tone, but I'm 42, and I have a midsection belly that will not budge. Okay, so she's like, what the heck am I doing wrong? So let's talk through what may be the issue. Okay. Number one, and this is always the first thing I ask for my clients, I can see it. And so it's a lot easier for me to respond. But for you, I'll need more information. So get super honest with yourself. Look back in your MyFitnessPal or whatever app you use and get really real with it. So number one, what are your compliance levels, right? So now I want to say first, you're getting more tone. So you are losing fat. You are experiencing body recomposition, right? Losing fat, gaining muscle. So that's fabulous. Your hard work is paying off. So take that as a win. You're doing a great job. There's just minor tweaks we need to make to get the results that you want, right? And Christy, I would love to know too, what do you want to achieve? So I know you want to lose the low belly, right? Where are you at weight-wise? What's your height? Do you have a goal weight, or is it more so like everything's good, I just want the low belly down? Let me know, because it will allow me to help you more. Okay, cool. So compliance levels is the very first thing. Now, make sure you're not tracking in cups and tablespoons, because oftentimes that is just as bad as eyeballing it, which is like 100% fail rate, right? Eyeballing it is useless. So if you're doing that, I definitely encourage you to stop. Just use the scale, grams, milliliters, or ounces. It's way more accurate. You're putting in the work. Let's get the results, okay? So number one is compliance levels. If you are less than 5 out of 7 days compliant, it's your compliance that's the issue, 100%. Okay, minimum should be 5 days. Now, if you're taking your check-in or your measurements or however you're tracking your results, after a day, even like up to 3 days of non-compliance, that's going to affect your check-in. So give yourself a few days of being on track, and then this hair is going crazy, and then redo it. Okay, so that might be the thing. However, you're saying you can see, right? You're like, the low belly is right there. Like, I can see it. I needed to go down. Okay, so number one is compliance. Number two, as women, that might just be the last area to go. For women, it's usually low belly, hips, and or legs. For almost all women, some women it's upper body. For most women, we shred up in the upper body, and the low belly, hips, and legs are the very last to go. So give yourself time. You just need to get to a low enough body fat percentage. I think that is probably one of the not highest issues, but that's most likely the majority of what it is. But of course, I just need a bit more info to understand, right? Okay. Number two, food quality. What type of food quality is in your diet? For my gals, like I've said so many times, 500 grams of veg, 300 grams of fruit for most women is a great daily goal. So you're getting in a lot of fiber, you're taking care of your body, you're getting in a lot of vitamins and minerals. Even if you're hitting your macros, but your food quality is super low, so fast food, processed food, foods that just don't have very many nutrients, that could be an issue as well. If that was the only problem, it wouldn't be a problem, but just put yourself in check, right? That's just a way to accelerate your results, or enhance your results, I should say. Okay, the next one, number 4, because I put these actually out of order. Meal balancing. So sometimes even if you're hitting your macros, your daily macros, but let's say you're eating like 1,000-calorie meal, especially at night, right? If you're eating more than your body can process, it's going to store it as excess fat because it has no use for it. And so just make sure that you're really evenly, as much as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Sometimes we go out to eat, whatever, but just do your best to balance and space out your food. So a really easy rule of thumb is, let's say you want to eat 4 times a day, take all your macros, divide it by 4, and then that's a meal goal. That's going to give your body sustained energy throughout the day, and it's going to bring you a lot of metabolic health because your body is going to learn how to really efficiently process food and energy, right? Calories is energy. Okay. The next one, are you in a true deficit? I think that's a really good question to ask. I'm going to spend a minute on this one because this one can go a few different routes, okay? So you are getting more fit, like you shared. You are getting more tone, which is fabulous. That does happen in maintenance, right? When you are at true maintenance calories and you're lifting weights, you will lose fat and gain muscle, which is awesome. You'll lose fat slower than if you're in a deficit, but you'll gain muscle faster than if you're in a deficit because you have more fuel. So it's a more efficient process, right? So find out if you're in a true deficit. Now, here's the thing. I can hear someone possibly saying, well, the macro calculator or this person said I'm in a deficit, so that must mean I'm in a deficit. Not necessarily. What's your metabolic health, right? Because sometimes what would be a deficit for one person might not be because possibly of the damage that they caused from doing diets, right? So just check, are you in a true deficit? Are you compliant? Those are really two big keys that you'll want to check in on. And then I already said the low belly may be the last to go. The last one, what type of lifting are you doing? So you said you're doing 3 to 4 days of lifting and conditioning. Conditioning is the one I question. I'm like, what does that exactly entail? Now, not all workouts are created equally. And I made this mistake when I was just getting into fitness. So I was an athlete my whole life. But when I was 21 years old, I'm going to share my story with you guys really quick because so many of you guys are new in this group, which is lovely. I'm so happy that you're here. So I'm going to quickly share my story. So I'm 33 now. I've been training for almost 13 years now. I love it very much. And when I first got introduced to weightlifting, I totally just lost my train of thought here for a second. Oh, yeah. When I first got introduced to weightlifting, I became a trainer immediately. I fell in love with it. But I was also a Les Mills body pump instructor. And I was also on the Olympic weightlifting team at Oregon State, which is so funny. So I was lifting weights like normal, I hate to say bodybuilding style. I'm going to say physique shaping style. So I was doing normal lifting, like as a trainer as well. I was doing group fitness and I was doing Olympic weightlifting. All three of those have totally different outcomes. And so they were actually working against each other. I was super fit, right? I was in great shape, super lean. You could see my muscles, but I didn't love what my body looked like because of the outcome my training was producing. And so people who do CrossFit are going to look totally different than someone who does Orange Theory, who's going to look totally different than someone who does physique shaping style of training, which is what I do for women, right? Just create a really fit, feminine physique, beautiful shoulders, lean waist, round glutes, lifted glutes, toned legs, that type of thing. It's totally different. And so if you want to create a specific body look or shape, make sure that your training is actually set for that. And so Christy, let me make sure. Yep, Miss Christy Rafferty, the one asking this question, share, what are you doing for your lifting? Because it may be that really needs to be adjusted. If you're doing group fitness, I really encourage you to possibly stop doing group fitness or maybe do one day if you love the community, which is wonderful, whatever works for you. But I would encourage you to do an actual traditional lifting routine because that will get the low belly off and will get you to your goals way faster, way more efficiently than a group fitness will. Now, why, right? I'm thinking of all the questions you guys might be like, well, why would you say that, right? So when you're doing cardio or group fitness or something that is, so like body pump, who's heard of body pump? I think probably many of you guys have. It's endurance training, right? Super fun, great workout, super hard, but it's endurance training. And so the type of muscles it's going to produce are more like long, lean, slender type instead of kind of the bubbly look that my clients and I like to have, right? And so it's going to create a totally different body. Now, the stress and the work that it's going to put on your abs is also way different than a traditional lifting routine. Think about a front squat, right? You're holding the bar up here. So the bar is on your shoulder. You're holding the bar up here. That takes so much ab work to keep that weight up here versus doing, 2 minutes of bicep curls. Your abs just aren't really working. I am not saying you have to do a bunch of abs to get great abs, because you do not. It's about having muscle mass, and it's about being at a low enough body fat percentage. However, sometimes, especially in group fitness, if the target isn't proper form, we're lifting heavy, so it's really engaging the total body, really engaging your abs, the muscle development just might not be there in the way that you're really wanting. So I think this is a huge area that there may be room for improvement to help get the low belly down. Overall, if I had to pick two things out of everything, if you came to me and said, like, if I got hardly any information and it was like, solve the problem of I can't get my low belly fat off, I would say, get to a low enough body fat percentage, make sure you're in compliance. 10 out of 10, you'll get there. If you're really in compliance and you're in maintenance or a deficit and you're lifting, just get to a low enough body fat percentage and you can have beautiful lean abs. 10 out of 10 times, 100%. Beautiful. Okay. Whew, that was fast and to the point. I got to go pick up my kiddo from preschool in just a second. What questions, ladies, do you have? So again, that was just one. Keep the comments coming on that one post that said, what problem are you struggling with? Let me help you solve it. Okay. I'm literally just going to keep going live video after live video after live video throughout the week, every week, until I answer every single one. Okay. Any questions that come from the answers, or anything you feel like, well, I heard something different, share it, because I want to know, right? And if it's something that's conflicting information, I'll either educate on why, or if it's like, let me think about that, I'll dig into the research and I'll find the answer, and we'll have a great discussion and we'll all learn together. Okay, beautiful. Okay, now, sorry guys, I'm talking really fast. Okay, so for those who are really putting in the work, you're hitting your macros, you're doing your lifts, you're just not getting the results you want, and you are ready to take out the guesswork and just get the great results, sit back and just literally just get the great results day after day after day after day, I can definitely help you with that as well. I currently have 2 coaching slots left for May 8th. I'm full until then, but 2 currently for May 8th. So if you do want to just go on the fast track to get those results, but in a way that teaches you a really fit and healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life, really healthy and sustainable results, you can comment info or comment coaching below. I'll send you a DM. We'll talk through your specific goals, how I can specifically support you, and we can go from there. Beautiful. Okay, ladies, great. I will talk to you very soon. Hope you have a great morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. See ya.